Well, a historic announcement today from USC head basketball coach Dawn Staley and Gamecock women's basketball as they join Team Rewind for a first-of-its-kind NIL partnership that not only provides an incredible opportunity for the team, but also puts them on a mission to defeat type 2 diabetes in our community.
Yeah, and we are delighted to have with us today Coach Dawn Staley and Rewind CEO Peter Thulson. Coach Staley, thanks so much for being here. This is a personal fight for you. That's what makes this significant.
It is. I don't talk a lot about my personal life, but certainly when it comes to diabetes, which is near and dear to my family. My father died from complications from diabetes, and the team with Rewind is an incredible thing. We want our reach to be far and wide, and why not start right here in the city of Columbia, where it is very prevalent with diabetes. And I hope that the community joins hands with us to help them decrease that diabetes count.
Absolutely. Peter, as you well know, this has been an issue in South Carolina, type 2 diabetes, for a very long time. Yep. Rewind is a new venture to really take a look at this. We'll talk in a little bit in our next segment about how it works, but why did this partnership make sense?
Well, I think there's two reasons. I mean, first and foremost, more than 500,000 people in this state have diagnosed type 2 diabetes. And statistics are one thing. To put it in perspective, every year you could fill Colonial Life Arena twice with people who are newly diagnosed. And that's shouldn't be acceptable.
Right.
So we looked at it first from there's a great need, and the model that we've built and the unique approach we take is to, as you'll hear from Sam later, is to meet people where they are. Yeah. It's not enough. In fact, yesterday when we were with the team, you had this diabetes venture and initiative starting not in a hospital, starting not in a doctor's office, but we started with a basketball coach, a basketball team, and on a basketball court. And that's cool for me. I'm a sports fan, but the reason that's important is because that's where people are, right? They're rooting for this team, and so we meet people where they are. And I think when Dawn and the team, when we first met, you could tell there was a belief from her, not just in the mission, but then you had a pretty strong stance of let's make this about the team.
Right.
And we believe in team. And so when you go through our program, you'll hear more. It's not just about the clinical care, it's you're going through it on a team. And that's the way we believe, and that's our conviction. And the evidence suggests, we come from Michigan, that's our first market.
Yeah.
And we've proven with the University of Michigan Health that we can reverse diabetes and help people put it in remission, but also do that in a team-driven experience.
Yeah, talk about, the NIL arrangement is somewhat of new territory for college athletics, but this takes it to even a different level. So many of these deals don't have the kind of purpose that this does. Just talk about how that just makes such a big difference in the importance of this deal.
Well, quite naturally, we want to be the best in this space, this NIL space. And we partner with people with a purpose. We partner with companies that resonate with us. It's much easier for me to talk about diabetes because it's personal. It's much easier for our players to talk about it because it's personal. Everyone, mostly everyone on our team is affected. A family members affected by diabetes. So it's just a win-win situation for us personally, and then this community that has loved up on us for so many years. This is my 15th year being here, and I know our team gives our community something to cheer for.
Yes.
This is something for our team to cheer for personal, like individual people who've been stricken by diabetes to reverse it.
Well, some of the players were at the news conference today. Victoria Saxon talked about what being a part of this groundbreaking deal means to her. Let's take a listen to that and we'll talk on the other side.
It's a really exciting thing for us to be able to do this, just to be able to help our community out, and to know that we have players on our team that have family members that deal with things like this. They can always take this information back to their families and just help them cure their diabetes. And I just think it's cool that we can help out families and all of our fans in the arena.
Well, just a few minutes ago about, the analogy about Colonial Life Arena. I mean, that arena is packed every time her team steps on the court. So what's the hope? What's the goal here in terms of being able to spread the word, to educate the community, and to really build a movement with this?
Yeah, well, we draw a lot of inspiration from what Dawn's achieved. As she said, 15 years ago, she shows up, look where they are now. And goals this big are long-term journeys. And you've got to put the work in, you've got to do that. And so but you need to anchor on an ambitious goal. And so our goal is to fill Colonial Life Arena, not with people diagnosed newly, but with people who have defeated it. In fact, I got the number wrong. Donna is 6, not 3.
Gold medals,
but this is the I defeated type 2 diabetes medal.
That's impressive.
Wow.
That's
And
impressive.
sometimes people might see this and say, well, it's kind of a medal, but this means a lot. And we give this to every Rewind member who achieves that milestone. And so we will fill that stadium. It's a long-term journey, and we take our first step today, opening up early access, and we'll do that together with Dawn and the team.
Talk about the importance of just community, having people in your corner as you're going through that battle. Sometimes, at least on the surface, type 2 diabetes, you hear that's really a gut punch. But what does it mean to have people come alongside you to be able to help you conquer?
Well, so Desmond Howard is a part of our company, our program in Michigan, and he told me the first time we like Colonial Life Arena, we get together in the Big House. That's their big football stadium. And the first time he came to that, he had people walking up to him literally saying, "You've saved my life."
Wow.
Because these were people for years or even decades, had diabetes and had no idea there was something they could do about it beyond taking more drugs and being told and stigmatized on you should lose weight, you should have more discipline. And so they're walking up saying, "I heard about this because of you, and you reframed it for me, or it's something I want to be a part of," rather than feeling like a doctor is telling me I need to do this. And so that's what we're going to do here. And I think that's where it's a profound shift we try to create, where you feel a sense of belonging, you're proud to achieve that versus you feel like it's something to be ashamed of.
Well, listen, we are looking forward to, we are anticipating seeing those success stories here in South Carolina. Dawn, thank you for always not only using your voice for those who don't have a voice, but encouraging and inspiring your team to do the same. I mean, for them to have equity in this company, changing the game yet again. So when we come back, we're going to have more with somebody who has already seen success. We'll have one of the coaches to tell you how you can take the first steps to join Team Rewind and be a part of this movement to defeat type 2 diabetes in South Carolina. We'll be right back.